shot and killed 3 masked teens who tried to break into his home early in the morning. He says it was self-defense.
So he pleaded for his life. He was like, hold on, I'm sorry. And the dude shot him.
But the teens' families are demanding he face criminal charges. The 3 teenagers approached the house wearing masks, allegedly attempting an armed robbery. Gunshots rang out from inside the home, striking all 3 suspects. 1 teen died on the spot, while the other 2 were rushed to the hospital, where they were later pronounced dead. Family members later confirmed that the victims were just 15 and 16 years old. The homeowner told authorities that at least one of the teens was armed and even fired a shot at him first. In response, he opened fire. Still, the families are calling his actions excessive, claiming he had no right to take their sons' lives, and demanding that he be held accountable. But investigators say they recovered 2 guns in the front yard and found evidence that supports the homeowner's claim at least one of the teens did fire a weapon. Based on the evidence, law enforcement concluded this wasn't some tragic misunderstanding. It was an attempted armed robbery. Officials also said the homeowner acted within Georgia's self-defense and stand-your-ground laws, meaning his actions were legally justified. What's your take on this? Was he protecting himself, or did he go too far? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
You attacked the mother who raised you. She lay unconscious on the floor for 4 hours, and all you cared about was playing on your phone. You will pay for this.
A 12-year-old boy hit his mother in the head with a baseball bat just because she stopped him from using his phone. After she collapsed, he picked the phone back up and ignored her. His mother, 37-year-old Sarah Johnson, lay unconscious on the floor for nearly 4 hours. It wasn't until the boy's father came home that she was rushed to the hospital. During the entire time Sarah was unconscious, her son Noah Johnson never called for help or told anyone. He just kept playing on his phone. When Noah's father got home from work, Noah lied and told him he had been asleep and didn't know what happened. Sarah was taken to the hospital, and doctors found that the blow to her head had caused a severe brain hemorrhage. Because she had been unconscious for so long, even after a 13-hour surgery, although her life was saved, Sarah was left in a vegetative state. Noah continued telling his father that he had slept through everything and didn't know what happened. But what Noah didn't know was that his father had installed a security camera in the living room to protect his family. The footage recorded Noah attacking his mother. Heartbroken and furious, Noah's father called the police, and officers arrested Noah. However, Noah is only 12 years old. By law, he cannot be charged as an adult. But after causing his own mother to become a vegetative patient, should a child really face no serious consequences?
A 15-year-old killer smiled in court and said,
I just want to tell y'all, I'll be home soon, or I'll be Keon. I love my family.
but the judge's ruling would soon wipe that smile right off his face. 32-year-old Kenneth White was driving his van on the interstate when suddenly a 7-pound rock flew down from an overpass, striking White in the head and chest. The father of 4 died instantly. The perpetrators were 4 teenagers, aged between 15 and 17. In court, they yelled and danced around, thinking they'd soon be released because of their young age. When their defense lawyer tried to convince the judge to prosecute them as juveniles, the judge firmly denied the request, saying,
"The proposal for juvenile sentencing is rejected."
Applause erupted from the victim's family. Now these teenagers will be tried as adults, facing potential life sentences. Do you support the judge's decision? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. He came out at me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number 1 priority, guys. Number 1 priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Yeah.
I've spoken to the obstetrician at Loveless. They want her up there as soon as possible. I'm sorry about this, but in terms of delivering a baby and it looked like you tried to hide it, we do have to have the police involved.
And nothing was crying. It came out with nothing.
I know. But the baby's gonna have to be taken for autopsy and there'll be an investigator and everything.
I'm the charge nurse here. Do you guys have any questions for me?
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What?
Nothing,
9 months?
nothing was crying.
Lexi, have you watched the news of the girls what they do to their babies and what they go to jail?
It is therefore ordered that you shall be put to death by electrocution in the mode prescribed by law, and that you shall be transferred to the custody of the warden at the Tennessee Prison for Women And further, on the 12th day of January 1997, your body shall be subjected to shock by sufficient current of electricity. May God have mercy upon you. Mr. Bates,
Can I please have my mom before I go?
Mr. Bates, please hold this pipe in the dock.
Please, let me just find my mom.
Please hold this pipe in the dock.
I love you. I love you too. I love you too.
A man saved a woman who was on the verge of being hit by a car, but was charged with sexual harassment because he made inappropriate contact with her. Police in Los Angeles said 32-year-old Daniel Reed noticed Jessica Moore stepping into the street while looking at her phone. A car was racing toward her seconds away from impact. Daniel reacted instantly, grabbing her and pulling her out of the way just before the vehicle passed. Surveillance footage later confirmed that his actions had prevented a major accident. However, Jessica later filed a complaint stating that Daniel's actions were inappropriate and violated her personal boundaries. Her legal team argued that no one has the right to touch another person without consent, even in an emergency situation. The case has triggered nationwide debate. Millions online argue that Daniel should be recognized for his quick thinking rather than punished for it. Others insist that physical boundaries must still be respected regardless of intent. Legal experts say the case will likely hinge on intent and public morality, raising questions about where the line should be drawn between consent and heroism. Daniel has maintained that his only intention was to save a life.
A mother in Georgia intentionally put 2 toddlers in an oven and baked them until they were fully cooked. Lamora Williams, 24, on October 12th, she called 911 and told the police that she had left 1-year-old Ja Carter and 2-year-old Kayanti Penn to be taken care of by a nanny for a day. After returning home, she found that they had died and the nanny was missing. At the same time, the children's father, Jameel Penn, also called the police, saying that Williams had made a video call to him and showed him live footage of the crime scene, including the lifeless children lying on the ground. After the emergency personnel arrived at the scene, they found that 2 toddlers were unresponsive and had serious burn marks on their bodies. They were declared dead on the spot. During the investigation, the police discovered that Williams was lying. She first blamed her sister and then claimed to have been instructed by her brother. Evidence confirms that she put the children in the oven for at least 45 minutes the night before calling 911. Williams's mother claimed that Williams suffered from mental illness for a long time and collapsed after breaking up with Penn. In court, Williams insisted on his innocence and refused to plead guilty. The final judge still convicted Williams of first-degree murder and sentenced her to life imprisonment without parole.
Sitting in a jail cell, the man prosecutors say brutally murdered 2 teenagers on a camping trip. The 2 teens were found shot to death near a remote hiking trail in Arizona after a Memorial Day outing. I spoke with the heartbroken mom of 17-year-old Evan Clark.
So you think it was just some random act of
horror? Horror. Absolute horror. Teenage children.
The other victim was Evan's high school friend, 18-year-old Pandora Jolesrud. Chilling video shows the accused killer, 31-year-old Thomas Brown, being taken to Arizona's Maricopa County Jail. He's made to stand barefoot in a scanning machine that takes all his body's measurements in seconds. Brown's eerie, emotionless demeanor and ice-cold gaze as he's booked for first-degree murder is sparking comparisons with Brian Kohberger, the notorious killer of the 4 Idaho college kids. Detectives say Brown was camping near Arizona's Mount Ord with his wife and stayed behind an extra day. When she went home, he told cops he spent his day flying his drone around the mountain. After the bodies of the teenagers were found, investigators say Brown called the police helpline to say he'd seen the campers and stumbled across their campsite but had not spoken to them. But detectives say his DNA was found at the crime scene. Pandora and Evan were about to start their senior year at high school in Scottsdale. Evan's mom posted heartbreaking video of her journey to the spot where the bodies were found.
That's where I lost my boy. They died alone in this forest.
She says she had a bad feeling about the trip and pleaded with him to change his plans.
I asked him not to go that morning. I even offered for him
money for him so he could use the weekend and go to California.
This is one of the last photos of Pandora. It was taken with her mom on Mother's Day, just 2 weeks before the murders.
The light and love and beauty she gave us will be in our hearts forever. And the darkness that she encountered on that day, when she met her killer, will not define her life.
A 5-year-old boy was waiting for the school bus when a car knocked him down, instantly killing him. But it wasn't just any driver behind the wheel. It was his grandmother. And cops allege she was under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Jim Murray has the details.
My baby boy is gone. Heart-wrenching words from the mom of this bright-eyed 5-year-old boy killed in the most awful way imaginable. Little Carson Combs was waiting for his morning school bus when police say his grandmother ran him over in the family's driveway.
This is any parent's worst nightmare.
Police say the boy's grandmother was pulling out of the driveway in her large SUV on the way to work when she realized she'd run over something and stopped. To everyone's horror, it was little Carson. He died instantly. Here's where the early morning tragedy takes an even more disturbing turn.
When our officers began checking the grandmother, she exhibited signs of impairment.
Police say the grandmother at 7 a.m. was under the influence of alcohol and depressants. 55-year-old Kristen Anders was booked for vehicular homicide.
It's safe to say that I don't think anybody believes that she knew the child was in front of her car.
The grandmother lists her last job as an office manager for a dentist in Slidell, Louisiana. She recently posted this video of her grandson at a water park, calling it summer fun. Abby Combs, Carson's heartbroken mother, posted this statement on Facebook. There is absolutely nothing in this world that I could say to truly express the sorrow I will now and forever have in my heart. I am devastated and completely broken.
Not only did they lose their precious 5-year-old child, they're also having to deal with the fact that the grandmother is now under arrest.
The grandmother, who lives in the same home as her grandchildren, was arrested at the scene.
I'm not no killer. I'm not no murderer. I'm not no bad person.
A man got into an argument with his father over his curfew and then went on to kill 6 of his own family members. In court, he insisted that his actions were justified. As a result, he was sentenced to 360 years in prison. 17-year-old Raymond Childs III had taken his father's car without permission the night before the murders. When he returned home after midnight, his father told him he would be punished. Not wanting to face the consequences, Raymond decided to kill everyone in the house. He first shot and killed his stepmother Kezzy and his father, Raymond Childs II. Then, he gunned down his 18-year-old brother, Elijah, and his 13-year-old sister, Rita. He even murdered Elijah's pregnant girlfriend, Kiara Hawkins, along with her unborn child. His 15-year-old brother, Xavier, tried to escape and save himself, but Raymond chased him down. Xavier begged for his life and even offered him $44 in exchange for mercy, but Raymond shot him anyway. Miraculously, Xavier survived and managed to run to a neighbor's house to call the police. Raymond was found guilty, but he refused to apologize and maintained his innocence, despite Xavier testifying against him and police finding the murder weapon in his possession. However, Raymond and Xavier's biological mother still believes Raymond is innocent and claims Xavier is lying. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.